Hello and welcome back. In this part 2 video, I will discuss how I slimmed Windows 11 operating system down to its best functional minimum so that it runs well in this PC with just 4 GB RAM. Stay tuned. First of all, make a system restore point so that just in case if something goes wrong, you can easily revert back. This is the Windows 11 I installed last week, and I am using built-in snipping tool to record this video, and this is going to be our starting point. As you can see, while 6 Windows on Lite apps are running, 3.3 GB of the 4 GB RAM is already in use, meaning the operating system, open apps and processes have already taken up about 85% of the RAM. And what's available RAM? It's around 600 megabytes. That is the amount of RAM space that can be immediately allocated to new processes or apps we open without delay. The lower this available value, it means that too many background processes are running, resulting in high baseline usage, sluggish performance, and near impossible experience to open any more apps and use the computer. So what I do next is minimize the in-use RAM amount to the minimum, which I succeeded in bringing it from 3.3 to 2.2 GB at baseline, so that the available amount becomes high enough to handle more apps and processes we would like to use on the computer. Start with the simplest and the most straightforward ones. Uninstall built-in apps you do not need. Go to Settings and then Apps, and then Install the apps. Uninstall all those apps you do not need. For instance, Clipchamp, Microsoft News, Microsoft Team, Outlook, and Quick Assist are just some to name. With those apps you are not sure of their importance to you or to the operating system, just leave them or ask about them. This is a warning, do not uninstall these ones. Microsoft Edge, Settings, File Explorer, Windows Security. From System Utilities, avoid uninstalling Windows Terminal, PowerShell, and Task Manager. And you should not even try to uninstall Windows Update, Microsoft Store, and essential services like OneDrive if you rely on syncing. For those apps you want to remove but couldn't find the uninstall option, you can use the Windows Package Manager, which is also known as Winget Uninstall. It is Microsoft's official command line tool for managing softwares in Windows. It's a safe, faster, and easier way of uninstalling. Here is how we do it. We can use command prompt as admin or terminal as admin. Both ways works the same. Write this command and hit enter to see the catalog of applications installed on the system. It displays the name, ID, version, available if that particular app or software has got some updates, and source, where the app came from. Here is how we uninstall Game Bar, for instance. Here it says it's successfully uninstalled. Similarly, we can remove Xbox Identity Provider. We can type exactly as it is written in the list or copy and paste the names. It's just this much simple. In this way, we can remove those apps we do not want in our PC. Never attempt to remove runtimes and frameworks, Microsoft Visual C++ redistributables, .NET frameworks and .NET runtime, Java runtime environment, drivers, which could be GPU drivers, printer utilities, and audio drivers, and security softwares like antivirus and firewall tools. Never try to remove them. The bottom line with Winget is it is safe for user apps and bloatwares. If you don't recognize the app or it sounds like a system component, it's better that you leave it alone. In my attempt to slim down this Windows 11 operating system on this old PC, I have also used PowerShell script, which is assembled by Microsoft's Copilot. I asked for it and it provided me. I copied everything, opened PowerShell as admin, and paste and hit enter. As you can see, the script removes all those apps which are considered bloatwares for all users, disables telemetry and ads, disables consumer features, disables suggestions in start menu, and disables tips and suggestions. And as you can see, the script is running and those bloatwares are being removed. Once this message comes, it's advisable to restart the PC. We next head to Settings. Click on Personalizations. Toggle these two off. Both serve as a promotional pop-ups and nudges for Microsoft services like encouraging you to back up to OneDrive or sign into a Microsoft account or subscribe to Microsoft services. Let's now adjust the appearance and performance of Windows. Write Performance here in search area and click on this one. Adjust for best performance. And select smooth edges of screen for screen fonts for better readability and smooth scroll list boxes for visually comfortable and natural smooth scrolling movements. And their performance impact is negligible. You don't need to worry about this too. Now go to Settings, then System, and then Storage. Toggle on Storage Sense. This makes your system to regularly delete temporary files, system cache, and items in recycle bin, preventing low storage issues. Stay in Settings, go to Apps, and click on Installed Apps. Let's restrict background app permissions. Doing this prevents the app from continuously using system resources when you are not actively using it. For instance, if we do not want Calculator to run in the background, click on these dots. Then Advanced Options. Click here and select Never. Well, I have done the same with MS Paint, and you can do the same with all those apps you don't want to run in the background. Let's now disable unnecessary services. Press Win plus R and type services.msc. We have so many services we can disable. We can start from Windows Search. As seen in the description, it provides content indexing. Right-click and select Properties. Click at the startup type and select Disabled. Apply and then OK. Doing this lowers resource usage, reduces disk activity, especially on hard disk drives. The next services to disable is Print Spooler. It's related with printer use. If you do not use one, disable it. Now search for Remote Registry. It's related with remote management capabilities. So if the PC is for home or personal use, it's better to disable it. Search for Connected User Experience and Telemetry. This process is related with telemetry collection and personalized experience and sending this data to Microsoft. And disabling it improves privacy and reduces background activity on CPU, memory, and bandwidth. Now search for Windows Image Acquisition. What it does is it handles communication between your PC and imaging devices like a scanner, cameras, and multifunctional printers. And if you do not use these devices, you better disable it. Search for Distributed Link Tracking Client. It keeps track of linked file and shortcuts across NTF drives, which is useful in enterprise environment. Disabling it saves the resources, especially for home PCs. Still in services, try to find Downloaded Maps Manager. Doing so improves security by reducing location exposure and saves your CPU. Now search for Retail Demo Service. It is used only on demo PCs in stores, so disable it. Avoid touching critical services like Windows Update, Plug and Play, or RPC. And some more services which are safe to disable include Diagnostic Policy Service that collects troubleshooting info, Windows Error Reporting Service that reports crash to Microsoft, and Windows Insider Service, which is only needed if you are in the Insider program, Sysmain that causes high disk usage, which is safe to disable, Offline Files, which senses network drives, which is not needed for home users, Assigned Access Manager, which is safe to disable if it's not used, Bluetooth services. If you don't use Bluetooth devices, you can safely disable it. Best practice in disabling services is to avoid disabling core services like Windows Update, RPC, Plug and Play, or networking services because these are very essential for the system integrity. Now we go back to Task Manager. We should also disable startup apps which we do not want them to start as the window boards. Here in Task Manager, click on Startup. Right-click and disable all except for security health. To reduce the chances of system crash when the RAM gets full, we need to increase the virtual memory. To do that, right-click on Start and click on System. Click on Advanced System Settings. In the Performance section, click on Settings, then Advanced. Here we have the virtual memory. That is the area on the hard disk that Windows uses as a RAM when the real physical RAM gets full. Click here to change. You may find this checkbox ticked. That will make the system decide the amount of the virtual memory automatically. But if you want to manually change it, you click on Custom Size. The minimum should be equal to the RAM size, and the maximum should be twice the RAM size. As you see it up here, the virtual memory is set to be between 4 and 8 GB. Apply and then click OK. Finally, go to Windows Update. Click on Advanced Options down here. Click on Delivery Optimization. Delivery optimization in Windows 11 is a background service that manages how updates and Microsoft Store apps are downloaded. It lets your PC share update data with unknown devices over Internet, running in the background, spiking CPU, disk, and memory usage. It's recommended to keep this off. Now, once more, finish everything with another restart. After all these measures and a couple of restarts, we can now see the operating system running at a lower RAM memory. Where, as you can see, recording this video with the snipping tool, downloading files, and a folder open, and a Windows Update installing in the background, RAM usage has come down to 2.2 GB, leaving relatively higher available memory to run additional apps. And that's perfect, I believe. I will, inshallah, make a third video that shows how this old PC on a slimmed Windows 11 with just 4 GB RAM performs with major apps. See you then. I hope you benefited. Thank you for your company.